Marco Magdaleno. He's had 2 professional fights, 1 KO, and the last one he went the distance, a good scrap.
Big overhand left lands, big right. He's a slugger. He gets in there and he wants to mix it up. He's one of these young fighters who maybe has to learn to sort of settle down and pace himself. He really does look for the stoppage, and he can get kind of wild, maybe a little bit reckless in there as he enters the ring right there. Those guys were more polished, though. They, straighter punches, better technique. He kind of wings his shots.
The one thing I did notice about Marco Magdaleno in the second fight was really indicative of where he was. The first fight, his pro debut, he knocked out Philip Bonds and won. But against Derek Bartholomew, you really start to see that technically there's a lot of rough edges that need to be smoothed over. And as we saw in those clips right there, one thing they have to work on is tightening up the punching frame, getting him to be a little bit more compact in the way he releases his shots.
With the Diaz brothers, Joel and Antonio.
And his brother Diego's there.
And Diego, yeah. I'll say this for the Magdaleno brothers. They good head of hair.
Good hair.
Yeah.
Good hair.
They know how to wear their hair.
Yeah.
He just got covering it up. How dare he? He does have good hair. That's one of the things around here. Our ring announcer Joe Martinez, who was mentioning that earlier. But there you see Imako, I-M-A-K-O. The letters, and it stands for I am a knockout. That's something that he and his brother came up with over the years. So all the brothers wear that. That's their own slogan, their own moniker that they have. Interesting story. I was talking with El Perro Grande, the big dog, as his nickname, yesterday after the weigh-in. He said his brothers told him, don't box. He's like, well, I'm at the gym anyway. They're like, no. You're actually a good student. Go to college. Don't box. You're in Las Vegas. He started going to a junior college. He said it wasn't for him. He said, I went a couple months, and I just love boxing that much. I went and said, I'm going to become a pro. After he became a pro, had his first fight, the brother said, you like it? Yeah? Now we're going to kick your butt. This is how you train as a professional. They took off the kid's gloves with him, and they just went after him. He's 20 years old. They said, now that you commit to it, you're going to do it right. Train the right way. Wake up the right way. Go to sleep the right way. Try to eat the best you can the right way. He said after that, they're into it. They told him there's no need for you to get in the ring and get beat up, as many moms have told their kids over the years. He wasn't listening. It's always the youngest one that never listens, huh, Doug?
Yeah, they're the hard heads, but the youngest brothers are usually the toughest. You know what? They did a good thing by partnering him up with the Diaz brothers here in Coachella.
And there you see across the way, Luis Silva, veteran out of Tijuana, 29 years old. His opponents have gone a combined 23-4 record, so he's not like, who was the line? Tijuana taxi cab drivers? That's not who he's going up against.
Now, evoking the images of Greg Hagen, that was a famous quote. He says, yes, Chavez has about 85 knockouts, 80 of them against Tijuana cab drivers. That was before their fight in 1993 in Mexico City. World record, 130,000 people attended that event.
Yeah, Azteca Stadium.
As a young little Mexican kid, when I heard it for the first time, I thought everybody in Tijuana was a cab driver after that. I didn't know any better. I don't know no better.
Hey, Chavez treated Hagen, who was a former champion, like a cab driver. He stopped him in 5 rounds.
They're waiting the final seconds here at the Fantasy Springs Resort and Casino. We've seen wins tonight for John Dinong, a 4th round KO, the fighter from Hawaii. Emilio Sanchez from San Fernando, a 2nd round KO. Jason Quigley, the Irishman, a 1st round KO. And we just saw Andrew Cancio with a 3rd round KO. This is Marco Magdaleno leading up to Antonio Roscoe, Miguel Acosta, and then bonus coverage, Keandre the Truth Gibson. I know they're watching him in St. Louis. He takes on a veteran and Hector Velasquez. And let's go to our ring announcer, Joe Martinez.
Y ahora, damas y caballeros, esta próxima pelea está pactada por 4 asaltos en el peso ligero. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, 4 rounds of boxing. This in the lightweight division. Presentaron primero la esquina azul con los pantaloncillos negro con plateado y un peso de 134 libras y un cuarto. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trunks trimmed in silver. He weighed in officially 134 1/4 pounds. Un veterano de 9 peleas a 9-fight veteran from Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico, presentando Luis Nichioka Silva. Y su oponente en la esquina roja, con los pantalones negro con dorado y un peso de 134 libras. His opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wears tonight black trunks trimmed in gold. He weighed officially 134 pounds even. Con 2 victorias y 0 derrotas, una victoria por knockout. His professional record stands at 2 victories, no defeats, with 1 win coming by way of knockout from Indio, California. Here is the undefeated El Perro Grande, Marco Magdaleno. Referee in charge of the action, Eddie Hernandez.
Mouthpiece? All right, gentlemen, I've been over the rules with you both. You know what I expect. Touch gloves, good luck.
And we get ready to go. 4 rounds in the lightweight division. Let's look at the tail of the tape between Magdaleno and Silva.
These are young men, but Magdaleno is really young. At age 20, he's 9 years younger than Silva. He's 2 inches taller, and he has a slight reach advantage.
And we get ready to go. Referee Eddie Hernandez is in there. And the bell sounds and we go. Marco Magdaleno is the southpaw. In the black with gold trim. Luis Silva in the black with silver trim. Orthodox stance from Tijuana, Baja California. Marco Magdaleno, originating from Las Vegas, now living and training in Indio. El Perro Grande is his nickname, the big dog. Joel Diaz said he gave it to him because when he was an amateur in the gym, and this is when he had Tim Bradley and also Diego De La Hoya and a bunch of other fighters in his gym, that he would call Marco's name and he would just stand at attention, like a German Shepherd or one of those bull mastiffs, where he just he's like, what, okay, and they puff his chest out, like those mean dogs. And he said that's just the name. He just reminded him of a big dog, even though he's only 5'9", 134.
You see, he will load up with his punches. He thinks his opponent is in range. He lets those hands go. They're not the straightest shots down the middle. There's an arc to his shots.
Yeah.
And there's bad intentions behind them.
And what's really catching my eye about Magdaleno is a very interesting selection of socks.
Yeah, a very popular plant on those
Yeah,
socks.
it's a certain leaf. That's all we got to say about that.
Marco Magdaleno is using his creative side in his socks. And he's going to have to use his boxing side to get rid of Luis Silva here in India. 4 rounds scheduled. Lightweight division. What is legal in some states?
Yeah. This would be great if he was fighting in Denver. Jeez.
Magdaleno with the blue gloves. Started boxing as a teenager. Brothers have had some success in the fight game. Diego and Jesse.
He's going to have to cut the ring off on Silva. Silva is opting to use this ring, hot shot when he can, and then gets out of range. He almost ate a flush right hook. And Magdaleno is encouraged by that. He lets his hands go more, and he's got him cornered for now. Let's see if he can do some damage.
And you can see the passion that he has, but there really is no precision or execution. I mean, he wings his shots very wide. He's got to do a better job of locking out and really punching clean with his knuckles. He really wings punches, doesn't necessarily throw them properly.
Yeah, there's a big difference. He's just starting out his pro career, but he's not as mature as who's the guy who fought earlier from Hawaii?
John Denong.
Yeah,
Denong.
Denong. He's a little bit older, though, even though he just had 1 pro fight. A little bit older, a little more mature, and definitely somebody who's worked on the technical side of his craft a little bit more.
Swing and a miss twice for Magdaleno.
Yeah, he's going for the home run with each swing.
Yeah, and quite frankly, there's a lot of holes in his swings, to use a phrase from a lot of baseball scouts. But even going with the old family lineage, Diego and Jesse had very deep amateur careers. He simply did not have one, and it shows.
And let's look at the strategy session for this fight.
The way I would describe myself as a fighter, I'm a very tough fighter. I'm not just any pushover. I can box, I can bang, I can brawl, name it, I can do it all. Not everybody can get knocked out in the first round. Not everybody, Every opponent is different, and you need to take a different strategy for every guy. But the strategy I have for my fight, is simple. We're gonna go in there, kick some ass, try to not get hit, and go home with this beautiful face, and come back for the next one. The big dog's here, and we're here to make some noise, and we're here to get another knockout.
Who knows about knockouts? The one and only Buster Douglas joins us. Buster, thank you very much. How you liking the experience in India?
It's nice. It's really nice. Nice venue. It's really nice. It's it's a really nice ring. Everything here is top notch.
Now, you were doing a meet and greet earlier with the fans. What's that like?
Oh, that's always wonderful. Hearing nice stories about the fight and people following your career and everything.
Do you ever get tired of people asking you to talk about the Mike Tyson knockout, the Mike Tyson super upset?
No, not at all.
I thought that would be your answer.
Yeah.
We're in the second round. Marco Magdaleno, Luis Silva. Magdaleno with a black and gold, joined by the one and only Buster Douglas. Buster, that night, the underdog, the role, everything else, how it changed your life, though? How much did it change for you?
Training's a great deal, becoming the heavyweight champion, being the man, and it was a very exciting time. Really enjoyed it, and it had its pitfalls, but still, for the most part, I did it.
Pitfalls out?
Well, with all the allegations after the fight, having to go to court, all that BS.
Yeah, exactly.
I forgot all about that. Yeah, they tried to actually keep you from getting those belts.
Yeah, it was a railroad from Jump Street, man. It was horrible.
Well, there's boxing, the sport, and then there's boxing, the business.
Yeah, the business, the political part of it. So
that's often distasteful for the fighters.
Yeah.
Do you hear about that fight every single day when somebody sees you?
Just about. Yeah, that's the first thing, they're excited about it. I understand it. It's a great moment.
And down to go. And that's it. It is over. A second round stoppage for Marco Magdaleno. He was teeing off on Luis Silva. The referee jumps in. Buster, thank you much. Known for a knockout. We just saw a knockout.
Yeah, we did. That was awesome, man. The kids got some talent.
Marco Magdaleno loaded up. Thank you very much, Buster Douglas. Enjoy your night here at the Fantasy Springs Resort and Casino. And Luis Silva gets dropped. They're going to put him on the stool. And we'll come back with more from Fantasy Springs on Ring TV Live.
I just seen the two most gorgeous girls at Fantasy Springs tonight. She wearing an orange dress. My. Oral dress. My bad. My color vision is not all there.
There you see Marco Magdaleno, El Perro Grande, and the big dog. With a second round stoppage of Luis Silva. There he is with the Diaz brothers flanking around him. His brother also. And this decision is brought to you by Filmon. Go to filmon.com to watch over 1,000 channels of live television, including the Ring TV and Golden Boy channels. Ring TV Live, powered by Filmon.com. Bethel Duran, Doug Fisher, and Steve Kim. It's been a night of knockouts. 5 knockouts in a row we've seen, with 2 more fights to go. Antonio Roscoe's next, and then Keandre The Truth Gibson. And let's look at the highlights that happened in the second round.
He said that Magdaleno was swinging for a home run, and he eventually got it. Pawing with his jab, feinting a little bit. He is an aggressive fighter, likes to come forward, getting a short 1-2 in there. And that's a beautiful, it was a left uppercut that sent Silva on his way to the canvas where the fight was waved off. I don't even think there was a count started.
You know, one thing about Magdaleno, he's a fan-friendly, crowd-pleasing type of guy. You're going to have to work on a lot of the basic fundamentals, like working behind the jab, keeping his hands up, chin down. This result
and
really
knowing range also,
right.
what distance to let the hands go.
But tonight really wasn't a surprise. Luis Silva's last 2 bouts was stopped in 4 than stopped in 2. But I'd rather have a fighter that is very, very wild and powerful and that you have to teach, because that's an intangible, that type of mentality. You can make an aggressive fighter technical. I think it's very difficult, if not impossible, to get a technical fighter who's not very passionate to be aggressive.
That's true.
There you see Marco Magdaleno raising his hands. Good sized crowd here for him at the Fantasy Springs Resort and Casino in Indio, California. We'll be going to ring announcer Joe Martinez in 30 seconds. They tell me over here from Estrella TV. Got to coordinate with the Latino broadcast. There he's ready to get his hand raised in the air. And in 5 seconds, we're going to Joe Martinez.
Damas y caballeros, 1 minuto 29 segundos del segundo asalto de referee para la pelea para el ganador por knockout. The end comes officially 1 minute, 29 seconds, round number 2. Referee Eddie Hernandez puts a halt to the bout for your winner by KO victory. And still undefeated, El Perro Grande, Marco Magdaleno.
A 3-0 start for the young career of Marco Magdaleno. The 20-year-old is now 3-0 with 2 KOs under the eyes of Joel Diaz. Welcome back. Antonio Orozco, Miguel Acosta next on Ring TV Live. It'll be a great weekend, May 7th in Las Vegas. Amir Khan, Saul Canelo Alvarez, and there you see him right there, El Perro Grande. He's 3-0 now, the big dog.
The big dog.
Well, you gotta get the microphone up there. See,
there we go.
That's good. You worry about boxing, we worry about microphones.
Hey, that's your job. I do my job.
And you love your job.
Yeah, well, I love my job. I love being
It's very
in there.
evident.
Yep.
What happened in that ring right there?
First round, I tried to take him out right away, but coach, he told me, stay relaxed, fill him out, don't try to go in there and, I'm here to give a show, but I gotta protect myself at the same time.
And in the second round, you were putting him on. We had Buster Douglas watching it right now. Like, he's known for the KOs. You went for that KO.
Yeah, coach, he told me, you know what, just stay a little more calm and just walk him down and pick your shots. And sure enough, everything that he told me just fell in place, and we got the knockout.
Now, how much of your training is finding that balance between this passion and enthusiasm that you have for putting on a show and taking out your opponent, but also learning the technical side of boxing as we watch the highlights of your stoppage?
Well, right there, I like going all in. I love going for the kill. I love the knockout. I love that feeling. But at the same time, coach is always on me. He's telling me, keep your technical skills up. You never know what could happen, and we're prepared for anybody and anything that comes our way.
Marco Magdaleno, he's now 3-0, 2 KOs from Las Vegas, now in Indio. Congratulations. Yep. Go check out the doctor. They're waiting for you, man. Good job. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, guys. Hey, appreciate it.
We love watching you fight, man.
Thank you, guys.
And we'll come back with more from Indio on Ring TV Live.